It's me, Petey Pepper, and boy oh boy, I sure am hot. No, really, turn on the air conditioner. I'm burning up. Do kids like to eat peppers? I sure hope not. But boy oh boy, do peppers taste good. They're spicy and colorful, and they're good for you too. Do you know why peppers are spicy? Did you know there are lots of health benefits to eating peppers? Why do people eat peppers? Why do people like to eat spicy foods? We're going to answer these questions and more in a reading called The Hottest Chilies.
Petey the Pepper, huh? What an interesting character. As Petey mentioned, we're learning all about chili peppers today. And in honor of this, I decided to wear a blue shirt because peppers are hot and I want to stay cool during this lesson. Come on, let's go. Before you read, take a look at this. Sweet bell pepper, 0 SHU. Jalapenos, 5,500 SHU. Thai chili, 60,000 SHU. Tabasco peppers, 190,542 SHU. Dorset Naga, 923,000 SHU. Naga Jolokia, 1,041,427 SHU. Trinidad Moruga Scorpion, 1,463,700 SHU. Carolina Reaper, 1.5 to 2 million SHU. What does SHU mean? SHU stands for, Scoville Heat Units. This is a unit that scientists and food experts use to measure the heat of chili peppers. The lower the Scoville Heat Unit, or SHU, the less spicy or the more mild the pepper is. Take a look at the sweet bell pepper. How many SHU is that? That's right, it's 0. These peppers are not spicy at all. Take a look at the Carolina Reaper. It can be up to 2 million Scoville heat units. That is hotter than hot. Now, there are 2 peppers rated by Scoville heat units that are not pictured on this screen. They are the jalapeno, weighing in at 5,500 Scoville heat units. Jalapenos have quite a kick. They look like this. They can be different colors, but when they are mature and at their spiciest, they are green like this. And believe it or not, 5,500 Scoville heat units is actually pretty spicy. The other chili pepper that's not pictured on this page is the Tabasco pepper. Maybe you've seen or even tried these peppers before. These peppers can be up to 190,000 Scoville heat units, and they look like this. Tabasco peppers are often used to make hot sauce. Now take a moment to study the information on the right carefully. Then we're going to look at a few sentences. Is each sentence true or false? Grab a paper and a pencil, number from 1 to 4, and write your answers now. Is each statement true or false? I'll give you a minute to do this. Go ahead and get started now. Time's up! How did you do? Let's check your answers now. The Trinidad Moruga Scorpion is hotter than the Dorset Naga. Well, this is true. The Trinidad Moruga Scorpion is almost 1.5 million SHU. The Dorset Naga is not quite 1 million SHU. But don't be fooled, they're both extremely hot. Statement 2. A 5,000 Scoville heat unit chili pepper is very hot. The answer is false. The jalapeno is about 5,500 SHU. That's pretty hot, but I wouldn't say that it's very hot. Let's look at number 3. Tabasco peppers are hotter than jalapenos. How did you answer? The answer is true. Tabasco peppers are almost 200,000 SHU. Jalapenos are not quite 6,000 Scoville heat units. And finally, sweet bell peppers have a very high SHU level. False! Sweet bell peppers aren't hot at all. They have a 0 Scoville heat unit rating. That's super mild. Even babies can eat sweet bell peppers. Now let's take a look at this photo. We're going to watch a video about Oaxacan culture. Oaxacan culture comes from Mexico. And here in this photo, you can see traditional Oaxacan dress and dance. One of the most important parts of Oaxacan culture is the food. The land around the historic city of Oaxaca in Mexico is very hard for people to move across. So, many of the native cultures in this region, some that have developed for over 13,000 years, have been kept safe. This means their traditions, as well as their unique foods, are still around today. In fact, it is this complex mix of native traditions and cultures that makes Oaxacan food, for example, the 7 types of mole it is famous for, one of a kind. If this paragraph is a little confusing, don't worry. We'll be learning about Oaxacan culture and what these words mean in just a moment. And if you need to, you can pause the video now and read this paragraph again. For the moment, just notice that there are 4 bold words in this paragraph. I've also gone ahead and made these words more colorful so that they're easy to see. Now here are the instructions. Look at the photo and read the paragraph. We've already done that. Then match each word in bold with its definition. I took these colors from the Oaxacan flag. It looks like this. Now let's get started. Which word means famous or important in history? That's right, it's the word historic. Which word means grew or slowly started to exist? It's the word developed. Which word means having many different parts? This word can also mean complicated. It's the word complex. Which word refers to the ideas and traditions of a group? That would be the word cultures. Let's take a look at the video about Oaxacan food and culture now. Pay attention because we'll answer some questions after the video.
Visitors to the historic city of Oaxaca can experience amazing colors and sounds and wonderful smells. It's a place that's famous for its beauty and traditions. Although it's one of the poorest states in Mexico, Oaxaca is rich in culture, and what makes Oaxaca really special is its food.
It's one of the best foods. It's very complex.
Susanna Trilling loved the chilies in Oaxacan food, so she moved to Oaxaca to start her own cooking school. Susanna's students heard about Oaxacan food in their own countries and joined her to learn how to produce and serve real Oaxacan dishes. Oaxacan food developed a long time before people came from Europe to America.
I can do it, but she does it better than me. I guess tradition is what's keeping this food.
For Trilling, it's this long tradition that helps keep the food alive. She says that Oaxacan food, with its many different ingredients, can be as complex as Thai food or French food.
Very complicated.
An important step in cooking Oaxacan food is making a sauce called mole. Made from chili peppers, chocolate, and other ingredients, mole is standard in various Oaxacan dishes. But Oaxacan culture is more than just food. The state is also famous for its dances. This dance is centuries old. It's called the Guelaguetza. It tells about the culture, history, and music of the Oaxacan people. Many of the buildings in the city are Mexican national treasures. This building, with its archways, gardens, and fountains, is 500 years old. In the past, it was a government building. Today, it's a top-price hotel. Oaxacan people say that a healthy person is someone who is happy, at peace, and who loves to work and eat. After experiencing just a short stay in Oaxaca, you can see that the tradition is still very much alive.
What did you think? Pretty interesting, huh? Now, I've never been to the city of Oaxaca, but I have been to Mexico and I have eaten Oaxacan food before. Oaxacan food is delicious and there are many different types of mole. Let's look at a mind map and complete it by entering the missing words now. This is the mind map. In the center, we have an oval that says A Taste of Mexico. That was the title of the video we just watched. Branching out from this oval, we have 4 more ovals: Susanna Trilling, food, dances, and buildings. There are also some missing words. These words will go in the spaces numbered 1 through 8. We also have a word bank, which contains the words chilies, cooking school, Europe, history, hotel, ingredients, mole, and national. Pause the video now, and you can number your paper from 1 to 8. Then, take a moment to write your answers on the paper. We'll check your answers in a moment. Get started now! How'd you do? Let's check out the missing words from the oval labeled Susanna Trilling. In the video, we learned that Susanna Trilling loves chilies. She loves them so much, she even started her own cooking school. People travel to Susanna's cooking school to learn how to make Oaxacan food, which can be very spicy. Look at the next oval labeled Food. Oaxacan food is very old. It was developed a long time before people came from Europe. It has many different ingredients. And mole is a standard or regular part of this food. Mole is a very rich sauce. It can be different colors. Sometimes it's made of chocolate, and it is delicious. Now let's look at the oval labeled dances. The Guelaguetza is about the culture, history, and music of the Oaxaca. And the last oval labeled buildings. Many of the buildings in Oaxaca are Mexican national treasures. Do you remember the big building at the end of the video? This was a government building, which is now a hotel. This building is over 500 years old. Amazing! Time for today's main reading. The hottest chilies. Here are today's language targets. Your mouth feels like it's on fire. Nature's hottest foods. To become famous for something. To munch on something. And to barely notice. Let's get started in paragraph 1. You may have experienced the feeling. Your mouth feels like it's on fire and the heat causes your eyes to water. You've just eaten one of nature's hottest foods, the chili pepper. We're going to look at the vocabulary word experienced. We'll also look at the language target, your mouth feels like it's on fire, and one of nature's hottest foods. To experience something is to know by doing, seeing, and feeling. If you haven't done something before, you haven't experienced it. If you experience something, you know about it because you lived it. It was part of your experience. Now, can you experience something by reading about it? Not really. You experience what it's like to read about that thing. But to really experience something, you have to do it in real life. Your mouth feels like is an expression used to compare two different things to each other. When you eat chilies, your mouth feels like it's on fire. This expression is a simile. Similes use the words like or as to make comparisons between two things. For example, in addition to my mouth feels like it's on fire, you could also say, my mouth is as hot as a volcano. Did you know that your bed is like a spaceship? It's true. You can travel anywhere in the universe when you're dreaming. This hotel looks like a castle. These girls thought their uncle looked like a teddy bear, so they crowned him King of the Teddy Bears. Jimmy's nickname is the cheetah. He got his nickname because he runs like a cheetah. Remember, similes compare two things using the words like or as. So when you say to feel like something, this expression compares two things to each other, and it uses the word like. That makes it a simile. Use a simile to describe how it feels to eat super spicy food. Nice work. Nature's hottest. This expression is used to show that a thing is the most hot. This is a superlative. Chili peppers are one of nature's hottest foods. The word hottest is a superlative word meaning the most hot. Many adjectives can be made superlative by adding est. For example, the lion is one of nature's biggest cats. The alligator is one of nature's deadliest predators. The snail is one of nature's slowest creatures. The waterfall is one of nature's most beautiful creations. You'll notice here that I used the word most. I didn't say beautifulest. That's because beautifulest is not a word. So, some superlative words can use est, and that's what this language target focuses on. Let's practice. Nature's hottest is used to show something is the most hot in nature. Can you use a superlative to describe this picture? Let's check out paragraphs 2 and 3. Chili peppers, also called chilies, are found in dishes around the world. They are in dishes like Indian curries, Thai tom yum soup, and Mexican enchiladas. Chilies come from the capsicum plant. They are hot because they contain something called capsaicin. Capsaicin is very good for your health. It helps you breathe better, and it may even help keep you fit. Capsaicin makes you feel less hungry. It also makes your body burn more calories. We have a few vocabulary words in this paragraph, and we have a footnote. The footnote is for the word calories. Calories are units used to measure the energy value of food. Let's take a look at these vocabulary words. Let's start with the word dishes. Dishes means types or kinds of food. Which of these spicy dishes have you tried before? Spicy chicken wings? Korean kimchi? Indian food. all of these dishes are spicy. Which ones have you tried? A plant is a living thing such as a tree, shrub, bush, flower, and so on. How much of the food you eat comes from plants? To contain means to have or hold something inside. My glass contains lemonade. The word hungry means feeling the need to eat. I think you know this one. When was the last time you felt hungry? What did you eat? Paragraphs 4 and 5. We can measure the heat of chilies in units called Scoville heat units, or SHU. The world's hottest chili is the Carolina Reaper. It sometimes measures up to 2 million SHU. Eating a hot chili can be painful, but some people really like to eat them. Recently, Anandita Dutta Tamuli, a woman from Assam, India, became famous for eating chilies. She ate 51 hot peppers in just 2 minutes. The peppers she ate were Naga Jolokia, ghost peppers. They grow in Assam and are the 3rd hottest chilies in the world. We have a few vocabulary words in this paragraph. The word measure, painful, and recently. We also have a language target. Became famous for eating chilies. Let's start with the vocabulary. To measure something means to discover the exact amount or size of something. You can discover exactly how much water you drink by using a measuring cup. This will allow you to measure the amount of water. The word painful means causing pain. What is the most painful sound you've ever heard? Recently means not long ago. This baby chick hatched recently. Time for our language target. The word famous for is used to show why a person or thing is famous. Anandita Dutta Tamuli became famous for eating chilies. Bruce Lee was famous for his kung fu. This restaurant is famous for serving burgers and fries. Queen Elizabeth was famous for being the head of England's royal family. Let's practice. Famous for is an expression used to show why a person or thing is famous or known by many people. What is Anandita Dutta Tamuli famous for? Paragraph 6. I found eating chilies was a great way to stay healthy, says Tamuli. She began eating chilies when she was a child. She eats chilies when she is sick, too. Every time I have a cold or flu, I just munch on some chilies and I feel better. To be honest, I barely notice them now. We have some footnoted words in this paragraph. If you munch on food, you eat it, often noisily. And if someone is honest, they tell the truth. We have a language target in this paragraph too. To munch on and to barely notice. To munch on something means to eat a crunchy or squishy snack. When you munch on something, you eat it noisily. Here are a few examples of things you can munch on. Anandita Dutta Tamuli likes to munch on chilies. I don't recommend this one. Many people like to munch on popcorn. How about you? Trail mix is a healthy snack to munch on. It's made from dried fruit, nuts, and seeds. Animals like to munch on things too. This squirrel enjoys munching on squash seeds. Pretzels can be good to munch on, but be careful. Munching on too many will make you thirsty. Let's practice. To munch on means to eat a crunchy or squishy snack. What is your favorite thing to munch on? I like to munch on carrots because they're healthy and they taste good. To barely notice means to only just or almost not know about something. If you barely notice something, you almost didn't know that it's there. Anandita eats so many chilies that she barely notices them now. When we moved into our new house, I thought the neighbor's dog was really noisy, but I barely noticed the noise now. Do you know the names of the people who keep your school clean? How about the people who serve you lunch? Many students barely notice these people. Next time, say hello and thank you. It means a lot to be noticed. Let's practice. To barely notice means to only just or almost not know about something. Can you use this language target in a sentence about this picture? Nice work! You finished the reading. Time for today's discussion questions. Discussion question number 1. Do you enjoy eating spicy food? Why or why not? This is a good question. I enjoy eating food that is a little bit spicy. Maybe I'm gonna say food that is under 8,000 Scoville heat units. If it has a little kick, makes me sweat just a little bit, then I enjoy it. Anything spicier than that and I don't enjoy it. For example, I think eating mala hot pot is too spicy, but I like jalapenos. Part 2. Would you ever eat a ghost pepper? I would probably only eat a ghost pepper if someone paid me a lot of money to do it. How about $1 for every SHU? Now it's your turn. Do you enjoy eating spicy food? Why or why not? And would you ever eat a ghost pepper? Discussion question number 2. What is something you enjoy eating that many people don't? Now, the answer to this question does not have to be a spicy food, okay? It can be anything you enjoy that other people don't enjoy eating. I enjoy eating durian. Many people don't enjoy eating that. Have you eaten durian before? It's very stinky, but I think it tastes good. And if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? For me, I would have to say eggs, because they're good for you, they taste pretty good, and they're easy to cook. Now it's your turn. What is something you enjoy eating that many people don't? Ah, nice answer. And if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Don't say Carolina Reapers. Time for today's critical thinking question. Why are spicy foods so popular? I'll let you answer this question first. I think spicy foods are popular for a lot of reasons. They're good for you, they can be fun to eat, they're exciting. Do you think some people eat spicy foods because they like the taste? Probably. Now, why do people who eat lots of spicy foods barely notice them after a while? What do you think about this one? This is due to something that happens in your brain called desensitization. When you first eat something spicy, your body and brain are sensitive to it. So it feels very hot. The more spicy foods you eat, the brain becomes desensitized or less sensitive. So if you want to eat lots of spicy foods without it bothering you, just keep eating spicy foods. Pretty interesting, huh? Time for today's reading skill. Today's reading skill is pronoun reference. Pronouns are words that refer to nouns used earlier in a passage. Examples of pronouns are he, she, it, they, and them. To understand a passage, it's important to know what each pronoun refers to or talks about. Take a look at these sentences. Sarah bought chilies. She put them in my favorite curry. It was too hot to eat. What are the pronouns in these three sentences? Well, we have the word she, we have the word them, and the word it. Okay, those are pronouns. They all stand in or talk about another noun. The prefix pro means for, so the word pronoun means for noun. These words stand for another noun. Look at the pronoun she. What word does this refer to or talk about? Yeah, it refers to the noun Sarah. How about the pronoun them? What noun does this refer to? It refers to the noun chilies. Finally, the pronoun it. What noun does this refer to? It refers to the noun curry. Nice work. Let's do a little practice. For each sentence, look at the pronoun in bold and identify the word it refers to. We have 4 sentences. Are you ready? Let's go. The jalapeno is a popular chili from Mexico. It takes its name from Jalapa in Veracruz. Now the pronoun is in bold. Can you see it? It's the word it. What does it refer to? It refers to the word jalapeno. That's right. You probably remember that a jalapeno is a type of chili pepper. Let's try another sentence. My brother and sister asked my mother not to put chilies in the food she made. We have a pronoun here and it's listed in bold. What is the pronoun? It is the word she. And in this sentence, the pronoun she refers to which noun? Do you know? Yeah, it refers to the word mother. Nice work. Here's a third sentence. Chilies have been eaten in the Americas for thousands of years. Nowadays, they are popular all around the world. This sentence contains a pronoun they. What does they refer to? It refers to the word chilies. Let's do one more. Indians put chili peppers in many of their dishes. They often add them to curries. What does the pronoun them refer to? It refers to the word chilies. Time for today's homework. For today's homework, you will do a pronouns worksheet. I made this worksheet for you, and it looks like this. Isn't it beautiful? All the instructions and everything you need are right on this worksheet. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I'm gonna go eat some chips with some spicy chili sauce. What are you going to do? Whatever you do, don't go far. The retelling and writing lesson is coming up next. Until next time, bye-bye.